for another episode of the Racing Source with your host, my son, Josh Mabe. How's it going, Josh?
Doing great.
All right, so let's talk about the race that we just saw. What race did we have today?
It was the Talladega Sprint Cup race, the final race of the elimination round.
Oh, my gosh. Now, I'm dying to know.
I mean the contender round, sorry.
Okay, so I'm dying to know. I missed the race. Who's in, who's out of the chase?
Well, I can tell you who's out. That's Casey Kane.
Okay, Casey Kane. I can deal with that.
Then we got Kyle Busch.
I'm not a big Kyle Busch fan. I'm glad he's out of the race. Chase.
Okay, then. Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Dale's out?
Yeah.
He won 3 races already.
But that was before the chase.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, I hate to hear that. I love Dale. Okay, who else is out?
And the biggest shocker of them all, drum roll.
The Danica?
Really? She's not even in the chase. Her boyfriend failed to qualify, though.
Really?
Yeah, but it's driver of the number 48 Lowe's Chevrolet, Jimmie Johnson, is out of the chase.
Has Jimmie Johnson never not make the chase? Come on, this is the first.
No, his rookie season, he made the chase and finished second his rookie year.
Wow. So we got Dale Jr. out of the chase. We got Kyle Busch out of the chase.
Casey Kane.
And
Jimmie Johnson.
Wow. So who led the most laps?
Jimmie.
Jimmie won the most. I bet Chad Canals is freaking out.
Yeah.
Now, will he go on and still run races even though he's out of the chase?
Yeah, it's not like they're just going to limit it to 8 cars for the next 3 races.
Oh, okay. Part of me. I don't know how.
No. There's 43 cars in each race. The chase only started with 16 of them in the chase.
Okay, I see. But you were telling me too off the air that the chase has a new format this year.
Yes.
Okay, so
there's eliminations in the chase. If it's still like last year, if this new format would have been in chase, Dale Jr. would have won the championship. If the new format were in place last season, then Dale Jr. would have been the champion last season.
I see. So let me ask you this. So you think Danica will make a chase anytime soon, next year or anything?
It just depends, because if she wins a race next season, then she's in. Because that's how it goes, basically, unless there's more than 16 winners in the first 27 races.
If she wins a race, here I'm confused. If Danica wins 1 race next year, she's in the chase. But look, Dale Jr. won 3 races, and he's not in the chase.
He did enter the chase. He was in the chase.
Oh.
This is the 3rd round of eliminations in the chase so far.
My bad. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. And Danica did really well today.
How did she do? She did any big?
Yeah. It actually surprised me. She passed Jimmie Johnson for the lead and led 10 laps up until the caution, and also got out pit road first.
Oh, good for her.
And she was actually blocking Jimmie Johnson when Jimmie was trying to pass her back. She zoned down and
you go, girl. You go.
Since a lot of NASCAR fans don't really like Danica Patrick, I bet this is gonna that's what I was thinking when she was leading. I'm like, oh, is everyone gonna be?
Boy, when she wins one,
no one will have anything to bitch about, because
easy. Now let's say Trevor Bayne, when he won a race, he was so young.
Yeah,
and he won the Daytona 500.
Yeah. And Trevor Bayne, good kid. I hope he stays around for a while. He does have MS, but I still hope he stays around for a long time and continues racing.
Yeah, he'll be fine. So now, if Danica wins,
okay,
dude, it's going to be. It's like when a filly wins the Kentucky Derby. Every woman in the world, yeah, you go, you filly, you go. People are going to love it when Danica Patrick wins a race, and
yes.
she is like. So let me ask you this. So we were talking about who's the highest paid NASCAR driver right now?
Dale Earnhardt Jr. And that's because of his sponsorship money. A lot of, like, the National Guard investigates money into him.
They invest.
Yeah. But they're pulling. It looks like they're pulling out the end of the year because of new laws saying that military bases can't sponsor sports teams. But
yeah, I think Danica's sponsored by the Taliban. No, I'm teasing. That's bad. So what I'm saying, Dale Jr. makes.
I think there's certain drivers out there that are sponsored by the Ebola Fund of Africa.
Oh, jeez, that don't even make sense. I want to apologize for last comment. There's no such thing as the Ebola Fund. Josh is quite funny, and Josh is eventually going to be doing pranks. So right now, let's stick with NASCAR, dude.
Okay.
All right, listen here. So, Dale Jr. makes $25 million a year. I read that the second place guy was Jimmie Johnson, making $24.5 million a year. And I tell you what, I was surprised that Danica was up there with them. She makes a lot of money.
Danica was actually on the Forbes list of the top 10 female athletes in the world.
Wow. So we got with the top. Well, if you think about the top 10 female athletes, you got Billie Jean King. Now you got the Serena sisters. What are they?
Williams, Serena Venus Williams.
Yeah, Williams, and Danica. Who? What other female?
I'm thinking the only one I can think of is Lindsey Vonn, who's an Olympian. So besides the ones that compete in the
Olympics.
Isn't that
bad? I can't think. Maybe there's a golfer. There's I don't know any basketball. So anyway, so what else in the world of NASCAR? Talladega just finished the winner.
Oh, I got another one for you. Michael Vick. I'm kidding.
Jeez. He's not alone. Who won the race at Talladega?
Brad Keselowski. When he was going to be eliminated, he was so far behind, he needed a win to advance. And if he would have not have won, then Dale Earnhardt Jr. would have made the chase. Or would have continued, possibly. Either one of those four would have made it.
Now, Brad, what was this slap fight they were having last week? Oh, boy. What was going on last week? Tell me about what I saw.
Well, Keselowski got pissed off, and he turned into the wall and wrecked Tony Stewart. Or no, wrecked Denny Hamlin and Matt Kenseth, causing one of them to wreck into Tony Stewart after the race was over, for heaven's sake.
So there's a wreck after.
And then what happens is they chase each other through the garage area. Matt tackles Brad down to the ground. Then
so
after
Matt Kenseth, I saw a little bit in the highlight reel. Matt Kenseth chases Brad Keselowski, tackles him to the ground, and you're saying they're in the garage area chasing each other?
Yeah, him and Hamlin were chasing.
You should not drink and drive.
Brad, no, Denny at the end. Denny was running through his garage, was driving his car through the garage, and then Brad, for some reason, went back into someone's garage stall and decided to
wait for him.
No, he decided to do a burnout in the garage area, and then Robin Pemberton and John Darby, NASCAR officials, decided to take pictures of them. Take pictures of the burnout, and I saw it.
So last year there was a little bit of a, I wonder, I often wonder how much of that is choreographed. I know.
No, none of it's choreographed. There's no way.
You don't think that was kind of staged to kind of bring more attention to it?
I talked to a NASCAR official the other day. They said Steve Phelps from NASCAR said. He's the communications director for NASCAR, something like that.
Right.
But he said that none of that, there was no way that anything in NASCAR would ever be choreographed like that. Nothing ever.
Interesting. Because, I remember when Dale Jr. won
that nationwide race in the number 3 car.
Yeah, he won the number 3, and Logano kind of looked like he kind of let him pass. And I'm like, because who wants to beat Dale Jr. when he's driving his dad's number? You'd be the most hated guy in the world. So I often wonder if that was kind of staged. But
I don't think that was staged, but Joey at that point might have just wanted to. He didn't want to be hated because I'd say at least half of NASCAR fans are Dale Earnhardt Jr. fans because of his name.
Oh, well, geez, it has so much name equity. He just now started winning races. Look, we're huge Dale Jr. fans, but people, listen to me. When you have a name like Earnhardt, you got so much name equity. People are going to pay you a ton of money to wear Wrangler jeans, to talk about nationwide insurance. Yeah. He went. How many years did he go without a win? That one time. Well, his biggest dry spell.
From 2008 to 2012. It was
4 years, not a win.
He had his last. He had a win in 2008, and then he didn't have another one until 2012.
But he was still the highest paid guy, not because of his incredible, impeccable driving skills.
Because the sponsors invest in him.
They invest in him. He has name equity, and he's a great driver. I think he got his mojo back. He won 3 races. I'm saddened to see him eliminated from the chase.
Another thing is another name like that is Petty. Kyle Petty running in, I remember 2007 when I started watching NASCAR. They're like, "Yay, Kyle Petty's running 35th! Yay!" He's gonna get mad at me, but for saying that. But
we like Kyle. But was Kyle a better driver than Dale Jr.? Kyle Petty, Dale Jr. Who's the better driver?
Dale Jr. Because Kyle. Everyone thought that Kyle was going to live up to what his dad Richard did with 200 wins, and Kyle only had 8 wins when he retired. And now he's bashing other drivers.
And Kyle's defense, back when Richard Petty was winning, he had a lot of sponsor, a lot of money. The competitors, they had no money.
Yeah.
They had nothing. They could not. They came to the track, what you were telling me earlier off air, they came to the track with one car?
Yeah, one car. Sometimes they would even drive their race car to the track themselves back in the old days.
Yeah, and so Kyle Petty had a plane, so people, if you're listening at home, the competition at home, the competition back in the day was that if Kyle Petty had the caliber of drivers that we have now, he probably wouldn't have won those zillion championships. I'm thinking.
Richard Petty, you mean?
Richard Petty, my bad, yeah. So, anywho, we love you guys. Josh, you want to wrap up with anything?
I just want to say we have some exciting stuff coming on towards the end of the year and through next season. And I hope everyone enjoys the final races at Martinsville, Texas, Phoenix, and Homestead, Miami, where we cap off the year with the champion. And just thanks for watching the Racing Source. Thank you. Good night.